So, how do you use the melodic minor to spice up your playing and make it sound just a little bit outside? Well, there are basically two steps to that we must go through. First of all, you just use the melodic minor. So if you're playing, that's my advice, just use it. If you're playing in any key, I'm in the key of D minor, and I'm using some spicy chords. I'm using the raised seventh, so I'm actually playing a minor 7 flat 5, E minor 7 flat 5, and then I'm using an A augmented 7th, right? And then I'm using the D minor 7th, but it's a raised 7th, so it's a major 7th, right? And those, I could just use the harmonic minor over those chords, but I'm using the harmonic minor and the melodic minor and the natural minor, depending on what goes on. But the melodic minor is really easy. It's the first really nice step to get out of always playing in. So what do? Well, if you're playing any major scale or any minor scale, you change if you got a C major scale, for instance, right? Then that C major scale is the same as an A minor scale. Right? So I'm not distinguishing between major and minor now. I just go, okay, whether you're in major or minor, I don't care. But you play the minor equivalent of whatever you're playing. So, hey, I'm playing in C major. Yeah, but the parallel tonality is A minor. So the C major scale is the same as the A natural minor scale. Hope you are with me so far. And so what I can do is I can take, whether I'm in major or minor, I can take that A minor scale and I can convert it from the A minor to a melodic minor. And the melodic minor is kind of like, it's a major scale at the top and a minor scale at the bottom. So this is the bottom. That's clearly minor, right? But then I go up. Right? And then it sounds major, certainly. So basically what I do, and what the easiest thing to do and the best thing to do, is to take your minor scale, and then if you know harmonic minor, then there's only one difference. It's like a Dorian minor with the raised 7th, or it's like a harmonic minor with the raised 6th. So basically, if you have your A minor scale right there in the 5th fret, then once you get up 6 notes, you take it and push it up that note there. So instead of 5, 7, 8 on the low E string and 5, 7, 8 on the A string, you push that last note up out of the 6th. Then that gives you a Dorian minor, right? And then you take the 7th note in the 5th fret on the D string and push that up as well. And what I would do is I would start by converting my minor natural minor scale into harmonic minor. How do we do that? Well, you play whatever system you use, whether it's one of my systems or whatever cage systems, don't care. But you then convert every shape that you know into harmonic minor. You take every time you encounter the 7th step of the scale, then you take, right, you push it up. And then that's the way to do it, because now you're building on something you know already, which is the major minor scale. Then you push up that 7th. But where is it, Claus? Well, you sit down with a piece of paper or, go look it up. But basically, you can kind of figure it out by looking at the octaves, or if you know the notes on the fretboard, you can pretty quickly map it out. So don't go practicing new scale shapes. Change the ones you have already. That is 1,000% more effective than learning isolated scales and then trying to combine them afterwards. So be able to go from minor to harmonic minor. And then once you have harmonic minor down, which is the raised 7th, you want to go and say, you want to take that 6 and raise that as well. Push it up 1 fret. So every time you have the 6, right, you push it up. So now you're changing the harmonic minor to the melodic minor. And See, this is what happens. This is what happened for me. I knew that I could do that. I knew that I could, whatever I'm playing, minor or major, I can take the C major scale, consider it to be an A minor scale, change it to a harmonic minor, and then melodic minor, and then play over a chord progression in C, and then use that melodic minor trick to get outside in a really cool way. But it's not cool until you're used to it. Just think about it. You've been practicing playing inside for years, right? That's all you've been doing. You've been really focused on playing notes that sound good, right? And then once you begin trying to play outside, it sounds awful, which is the whole point. But it sounds less awful the more you do it, which is the trick. So you have to stay with it, not to learn the scale, but to teach your ear, that's okay. It's okay. We can do that, right? We can create that amount of tension. Before, tension was something that we avoided because tension is basically a wrong note, quote unquote, right? But now it's something that you seek out because now you know what's not tension. You know how to, play the right notes, right? So you can go. Oh, that was the melodic minor. Right? So now you can play melodic, and now I want to break out of that, and that provokes the ear. Just notice how you accept it the more I insist that this is right. I'm playing melodic minor now, right? Let me start with harmonic minor, which fits perfectly and is more acceptable to the ears, all right? Right? But then I introduce melodic minor, which is only one note. What is that, right? Is that music? But just here. I hope you were with me in the process there, that we have to insist, we have to say, this is right, this is the sound I want, and then keep working with it. So basically what you do is you put on a jam track, and then you play around with just an isolated part of the fretboard like I just did, and then that Dorian note, that melodic minor note, and that raised seventh. And if you do it for long enough, you actually expand your ear, you actually expand what you're willing to listen to. Right? It's like learning new tastes in food, where you shied away from that, and then gradually, hey, there's something in here, but I have to use a little bit of effort to train myself. So that is the way of using melodic minor in your playing. Don't forget to subscribe, go download the free course, and I hope to see you in another video.